Hey guys, my name is Derek. I am an American Airlines flight attendant. I'm going to kind of do a day in the life, like a real day in the life of what it's like to be a flight attendant. I'm doing a really short trip today. I'm just doing a one-day trip flying up to Boston. I'll be up there for a couple of hours and then I fly right back down to DC. So let's see what happens. To kind of get ready for my day, I think one of the first things I do is I usually make coffee. I think most of us kind of survive on caffeine at this point. I just got off of a 4-day trip yesterday, and the night before last, I think I got maybe a full 2 hours of sleep after a 10-hour day at work. I don't know if I'm the only flight attendant that does this, but I do not unpack my suitcase other than like dirty clothes. I work so much that it's easier for me to just kind of keep it all in my suitcase and then, wash some of it when I get home. So I made it to work. Our airline, you have to be signed in at work an hour before your flight. We start boarding the plane about 30 to 35 minutes prior to departure. However, our pay doesn't start until the boarding door is closed on the plane. So even though we're required to be signed in by an hour before departure, and you can get into trouble if you're not signed in on time, my pay essentially does not start until that door is closed. If there's weather or if there's a maintenance issue, if that door is not closed, essentially we're sitting there not getting paid at all. I think most flight attendants would agree that boarding is one of the busiest and most hectic parts of our day. It's where everything goes wrong. To not be compensated for that is really rough. You're getting paid half of everything you're doing that day. I mean, imagine coming into work at 7 a.m. and you don't get home until 8 o'clock that night. So, you were working for 12, 13 hours, but you only took home about 5 of that. About to get on the plane, so I will see you guys in Boston. So made it to Boston, everything was good. The flight was pretty easy. I forgot to meal prep, so I'm here eating an overly priced $18 pizza in the Boston airport. I'm sitting here for 3 hours. Once again, you're not compensated for that. We're in contract negotiations right now with the airline. We have been for quite some time, but we have not had a new contract since 2019, which means that we have not had any raises since 2019. We kept this airline running during a pandemic, and all we're asking for is fair wages. All we're asking for is quality of life improvements. This is not money that makes anybody rich at all. This is just money that ensures that your employees of the largest airline in the world, who is boasting and bragging constantly about making record-breaking profits, this is to ensure that they can put food on the table, that they can be comfortable, and that they're not living paycheck to paycheck just to make ends meet. So we are doing what we call a strike authorization vote. It just means that if the strike becomes necessary, that we've approved it. So I think it's important for the flight attendants at American Airlines to stand in solidarity and be unified, because it shows the company that we will do what it takes, up to and including a strike, to be able to secure the contract that we deserve and the contract that we've earned. Headed back to the plane to go home. I am finally back home. That felt like a longer day than it actually was. All right, guys, so that concludes my day in the life of a flight attendant. I'm gonna hit the bed because I'm exhausted, and thanks for watching. Good night.
Thank you so much for watching our video. If you'd like to see more stories like this one, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel to get more Perfect Union in your feed. And if you have any ideas for stories that you would like for us to investigate, just drop them in the comments below.